Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Anu and I'm a holistic lifestyle and mindset coach. First of all, I wanted to thank you all for all the love and support I've been getting the past days. The channel has been growing so well. I'm so grateful, so thank you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, check the old videos, and hopefully there's something that you get out of it. That's the entire reason why I'm here, just to remind all of you how powerful you are and you can be, do and have whatever you want. I wanted to talk about something interesting today, which can be a bit of an esoteric topic. So if you do not believe in God, consciousness, or anything of that sort, but you have a strong hold of science and you're a person who believes in everything you see under the microscope, and only then it makes sense, so stick around. You can still find something that would resonate with you, and I will try to keep the language as simple as possible. And I do talk a lot about the subconscious mind. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out. Perhaps that would give you a good basis of understanding what I'm trying to convey through my videos. So let's get started. I wanted to talk about the power of choice, and simultaneously I think what would come up quite a bit while I address this would be free will. There is something beautiful about the human imagination. So human imagination basically originates from the subconscious mind. And what the subconscious mind does is it cannot differentiate between what's true and what's not true. But at the same time, that is the part of your brain or your mind which is responsible for your encounters, which is responsible for your reality, what you see in life, what you experience in life, the people you come across, the situations you come across, the good, bad, ugly, everything comes down to the subconscious mind, which is the seat of the human imagination. Now, when you talk about imagination or the subconscious mind, you also, in esoteric terms, talk about consciousness. You talk about who you are, your essence. We are not talking about your name, the work you do, the relationships you have, the money you have, the job you do, nothing of that sort. We are talking about the true essence that you have within, which people call consciousness, and it also comes down to your subconscious mind, which is the seat of everything. Everything that we are now seeing, touching, feeling, using was once imagined. What that means? If you would go decades ago, eras ago, and you would tell someone from that time that you can go to the moon or you could fly, they would just think this person is crazy. But it was once imagined. Television, radio, we are so used to using all these things, electricity, water flowing through a pipe, water being a liquid flowing through a pipe. You open a tap, you have fresh water, was all once imagined. And think of all the resistance that these people got when they invented that, or before they could invent these things. So everything was once just an imagination. And I might be wrong, but I think it's Walt Disney who said that if you can imagine it, then you can have it. If you can imagine it, you can create it. This is where I wanted to talk about free will. What is free will? Everyone is given choices. Everyone is blessed with opportunities equally. That's your free will. That's your birthright. That's something that you're born with. There's no one who's blessed more or blessed less. How you use that is your responsibility. So you can either look at life and be like, everyone is blessed in this and this aspect except me. That's not true. You choose, you make a choice, you make a decision. And if you have seen my past videos where I do talk about identity, I talk about self-concept, I talk about self-love. What I'm trying to say is, if you have a goal, if you decide what you want, you stick to it. And if you have any limiting belief, coming up which is against your dreams, which is against your desire, you have the free will to choose. You have the free will to either sit, address, entertain these limiting beliefs, entertain your ego, which tells you that it's not possible, it works for everyone and not just for you. Entertain that little voice inside of you. Or at the same time, you have the free will to stand against it and say, no. I know what I want. I know what I deserve. And I am not going to settle for anything less. There's your free will. If you can imagine it, if you can impress your subconscious mind, that's all it takes. So I can sit here and tell you 100,000 ways of why it works and how it works and this technique and that technique and say this 5,000 times a day. You can either do it like that or you can just be aware. Just be aware and remember who you are. You are more than that limiting voice. You are more than the opinions of everyone around you. Now, I do not like blaming others for our misery, but to even take responsibility that you gave away your free will at some point to have what you have right now. A hard pill to swallow, but that's how it goes. That's how it goes. I'm not saying that if you are in an abusive place, you need to blame yourself for being there. Neither am I saying that there's no way out of it. So I hope you get the point and just don't take bits and pieces of the video and feel that I'm attacking someone or something. I've been through a lot myself, and I can tell you, the moment you make a choice, you make a decision, hey, I do not want this. I do not want to be the version of me that I am. Now I can either sit there and complain and tell you for hours and hours and days together why I am so miserable, or I have the free will. I do not like this. I do not want to read this book again. I do not want to read this book again. Now, everything that you have encountered now, which a lot of people say intuition, it was my intuition, I knew I would get cheated on. It was my intuition, I knew that marriages end in misery. It was my intuition that knew that I'm not going to have this money. It was my intuition, I knew that this job is not going to work out for me. Not your intuition, your trauma response. There's a subtle difference because your intuition will never bash you. Your intuition will never put you down. Your intuition is never going to say, look, you are miserable. Never, never. What we're doing is we're forgetting the difference between intuition and trauma response. I've made a beautiful post on my website. Go check that out. It's a short little article. It's a quick read, just talking more about the difference of between intuition and trauma response. So, everything that you encounter right now was once imagined. And I'm sorry to say it was not your intuition, it was not your horoscope, it was not the witch you found on Etsy. No, it was not your tarot cards. Been there, done that. Whatever you're encountering right now, or you had in the past days of the months or years, was somehow also your creation, was somehow your choice. And now, if you're aware of the power of your imagination, think of what you're thinking right now. Do you want that to be a reality tomorrow, or the day after, or the month to come, or the year to come? Do you want that to be a reality? If not, then change it. As simple as it gets. Be aware of what you're thinking right now. What are your thoughts right now? Your thoughts eventually will become your belief. Your belief is going to be your reality because your belief is what you are imprinting on your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the seat of your imagination. Your imagination creates your reality. What are you entertaining? You have the free will to choose. If you tell me, I am right now in pain because my boyfriend left me or my girlfriend left me and relationships don't work for me, my marriage ended and people blah 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 blah, everything outside of you. You have the free will to say no. You have the free will to say no. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Try this. You have a limiting thought. Challenge yourself. Challenge your ego. So what? So what? I'm not going to sit and marinate in it. I'm not going to throw a party, invite my friends, and we all cry about our miserable life. I don't want to do it. You have the free will. Imagine you are invited to a birthday party and you know it's not your kind of gathering, you know it's not the right day for you, and whatever reason, you have the choice to say no. The same thing with your thoughts. Not welcome. No. No, I don't want it. Whatever you put your awareness on is going to multiply. Whatever you focus on is going to multiply. You might have heard that before. Why does that happen? Oh, but I'm focusing on money, but I'm not getting it. Because it's just not that. Your focus actually is the lack of money. Your focus is not money. Your focus is, I don't have money. That's your focus. Whatever you're experiencing now was once your imagination. What are you imagining now to change your future? Where are you standing? Are you standing in the place that I'm not loved? Are you standing in the place nobody wants to be with me? Are you standing in the place I don't have enough money? Are you standing in the place that nothing is going to work out for you? Do you want that to be your future? If not, change it. Take it with a grain of salt. I know people will have all their reasons to why they are the way they are, but you are much more powerful than what you've been told. There's no one outside of you who's going to fix you. There's no one outside of you who's going to hold your hand and tell you, come on, that's it. I'm going to lift you up. No, it's nice to have support. It's nice, and I think it's also our human responsibility to lift each other up, to give that space to each other as human beings. But it's not someone's 100% job to do it. I'm doing my part by making all this content for free, and I want people to get the most out of it, the best out of it. Even when I would do my coaching with you, I'm there. But am I making any change in your life? No. It's you. You are the whole and soul of your life, of your reality, of your experiences. If you have success working with me, the credit does not go just to me. In fact, most of the credit goes to you. If you're going to therapy, if you're going to coaching, if you're going to anything else, meditation retreats, go on some peak of a mountain and meditate there and have your epiphany, whatever you're doing, it's not the mountain that has the power. It's not the place that has the power. It's you. You are doing it. You've done it all your life. To take responsibility, whatever I'm experiencing, the good, bad, and ugly, I take responsibility for it because this is my life. This is my reality. What story are you telling yourself? What is your inner conversation? What dialogues are you having with yourself? You are looking for a change because you're not happy. We always look for answers because we don't like what we see. And then of course there's a point you're aware of your consciousness, you're aware of your true self, then there's no looking back. You look at some bad story in your life and you just laugh about it because okay, some point I might have created it and now I have the choice, I have the free will, I have all the opportunities and all the power to change it. No one has the power to hurt you. No one has the power to hurt you. No one has the power to insult you. No one. It's you, it's your understanding, it's your creation. It's the power you give away. Your free will is your biggest power because your free will tells you you have all the choices, you have all the options. You go to a supermarket, You have all the options of all the fruits. You know what you want, you go buy it. You take it. You don't say, oh, I wanted an apple, but I got an orange. Well, the apple was right next to it. That's your free will. We are using our free will unknowingly so much. Imagine what you can do once you're aware of it. You have the freedom to choose. You have the freedom to choose the version of you that you want to be. You have the freedom to choose what you want to do in a given situation. And one of my favorite authors, Neville Goddard, in his book, he wrote, you can be in a prison cell and you can focus on the bars and complain of how you're restricted, and you can at the same time think of the life beyond it and think of the life outside it, beyond those walls, beyond the prison cell. But what do? Oh, but I'm in prison and I did not deserve it and I blah 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 blah. It's always me, myself, I. But if you don't like the dialogue of me, myself and I, change it. And you can do years and years of therapy and still blame people and not evolve as a person, because you choose to marinate in pain. You choose to identify as a person who's a victim. Don't take this personally. I don't mean to bash anyone. I just want you to have that light bulb moment, because I did. And I've never looked back again. So I'm not a person who's going to sit here and talk about something without experiencing it. No. I cannot promote or talk about something that I have not felt, seen, observed, experienced, gone through. If I have not, then I can clearly tell you, I don't know how this works. I finished the studies 2 years ago. It took me 2 years of really hitting rock bottom to be fully convinced and to be aware and just know what I'm talking about. And it's just not knowledge from some school that I did. It's experience. It's suffering. It's grief. I've been through a lot to be able to sit here and tell you, if you are a victim, you're just a victim of your mind. It takes me a lot to say that with so much conviction. If you're suffering from your mind. Nobody has the power to make you a victim. Learn to say no to your own thoughts. Learn to say no, it's no one's job. No one's going to get into your brain with a vacuum cleaner and clean it up. I don't want to say, yeah, life experiences, they don't mean anything. Well, the only thing that they should mean is if it's good or bad. If it's good, remember it. If it's bad, don't give it so much power. Life is precious. Life is beautiful. It's your responsibility to make it beautiful, and it's your choice to make it beautiful. So on that note, I hope this video was useful and I could ignite some kind of spark in you if you've been sitting and letting your thoughts rule you and just going with the flow and not taking control of your life. I hope you had some kind of epiphany, some good thing that you could take out of this video basically. So that's the video for today. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I offer one-on-one coaching. You can check it in the description box below. And I'll see you all soon with a new video. Sending you lots of love. Bye.